Hi everyone, this is Ray from the Handyman's Haven, and I'm a little out of breath. I've been running around trying to find a few things for this project. This project that I'm very, very upset about, and it's with regard to a furnace, a gas-fired furnace in your home. And I think most people are being ripped off by this setup and the way this thing is designed, so you can't service this part yourself. We're not going to touch any gas. We're not going to touch any electrical. Electrical is going to be shut off. But I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix our furnace. And the reason I'm doing this is we've had this fixed twice in the last 2 years, and around the same time every year. This is February. We had it fixed April of last year. We had it fixed February the year before. And finally, I went and I bought the part. And I know what's wrong with it. I'm going to show you what's wrong with the furnace. Probably what's wrong with your furnace. Might not be the same part, but it's the same idea. So follow along with me here. We're going to fix this furnace right now. We've been without heat all day. It's about 5 o'clock at night. And my wife, she's had our little fireplace going, so she really didn't notice. And she said, you know, the house is a little cooler than usual. And it sure is. We haven't had heat probably all day. So let's go in. We're going to go into the furnace room. And I'm going to show you how to fix your furnace. Oh, there's the cat. Okay, look out, cat. I'm going to go to work here. Okay, we got a very small furnace room with our hot water tank and our furnace. All the gas lines coming in. Anyway, that's not of any interest to anybody here. What we're going to do first is, before we touch anything, we're going to go over here. Now in your furnace room, you'll have the same thing. You'll have a switch up on the wall that turns off all the power to the furnace. It says furnace power switch. And usually in a furnace room, if it doesn't not identified, it's usually higher up on the wall, and it is not turning off any lights when you do this. So, we have a Lennox. Very easy to get into. There's a handle right here. Lift the front up. And away. And we're into our interior here. Like I say, you don't have to get involved with the gas, with anything here. Now, all these parts in here looked pretty confusing, but somewhere in your furnace box, here's our view of the flame, somewhere there's a sensor or set of sensors that, I don't even know what they do, but they do sense the flow of air or heat or gas, and that's it right back here. And I'm going to show you a part that's out. Okay, this is the part that I bought. How can I show you this? There we are. Okay. So that's it. It has a little clip on the end for wire, for power. It has kind of a bakelite or porcelain. So everything below this little flange here is inside the furnace. This sticks up where you can connect, right there. And that is the spare part. And it's not actually a spare that I bought. I cleaned this one up from the last time it was repaired. So we're going to take the one out that's in the furnace right now and just show you what the difference is. Okay, I've removed that wire so you can see what I'm doing here. Now we have to remove this little hex screw. Okay, we're also going to remove the wire from the top of our little sensor here. There we go. Okay, we've got our wire removed, and all we have to do is remove that little tapping screw there. Now here's a tip for you. If you don't have wrenches that fit that, if you have a drill driver, and this is simply a 1/4 inch bit holder. That's what size that screw is. So we can go down here. Sorry, I'm in the way. I'm in the way. Big mitts are in the way. But anyway, the screw's loose. And I can remove it with my fingers. Okay, one screw. And out she comes. And you see what's wrong with it? It's got crud on it from the gases. There's the clean one, or relatively clean. Now, what you can do, you can just go ahead with a kitchen scuffy, just gently, very gently. You don't want to take any of the metal off, but we can clean this up. But rather than bore you with this, I'm simply going to put the one that's I cleaned already. Okay, you can see right here we've got our new or cleaned up part in place. Now we just have to reinstall the little wire that came off of that. Remember, the fire's all shut off to the furnace. Okay, that's one. There's the second one. I'm sorry, it's hard to do this without getting in my own way, but you can figure this out just as easy. There's two. There we go. Now, how hard was that? One screw, two wires, no power to worry about, no gas, no nothing. Okay, we're going to pause here for a minute, turn the furnace on, and see if she fires up. There you go, that took 27 seconds. It took me longer to set up the camera. It took me about 2 minutes to pull that sensor out and either clean the old one or put the new one in. And now I'm going to clean the old sensor, one I just took up. I'm going to clean that one up, and that's ready for the next repair. And the furnace is on in 1 minute and 1 second. Okay, I've got my camera stuck right here in the furnace so you can hear it running. It took 1 minute and 1 second to fire up again after being shut down all day because of that sensor. It took me, I've already explained to you the amount of time it took me to clean that. I think this is a rip-off from the industry, the furnace industry. This should be a homeowner part that we can replace with instructions on how to do so, or installed in such a manner that it can be pulled in, cleaned out, and put back again. This would have cost us, as it has in the past, a $200 call-out fee. Might have been even more today because we didn't really notice the furnace was out until 4 o'clock this afternoon. So now you're going to call a serviceman out on overtime, not his regular time, if he could even get here tonight. And it's -10 tonight outside, so we would have been pretty cold in the morning. We got a couple of little electric heaters that might have worked for a little bit, but we would have been darn cold by morning if we didn't have any frozen pipes. That's one other thing. So we would have had a $200+ call-out fee. We would have had probably a $90 to $100 in labor, and probably $50 for that little part. That little part, where is it? What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. That little part. Right there. All I have to do, not sandpaper, but just a scuffy pad, clean this up, and put it down on the furnace for my next time. Because it'll go out in a year. These go out on a yearly basis. So basically what it is the furnace industry saying to you, okay sucker, we just sold you a $5,000 furnace and it's going to cost you $300 to $500 every year to service this part. I'm ticked. I'm really ticked. So if your furnace quits, it's nothing serious. It's this little stupid little sensor. Sorry, got a little heated there. Anyway, fix it yourself. I can't recommend that you do it. I'm not a service repairman. I just showed you a simple fix that anybody can do. So I'm not recommending you do it yourself. That's my disclaimer. You electrocute yourself, that's your problem because you didn't turn the furnace off. But anyway, that's my gripe, that's my hype today. Thanks for watching. This is Ray of the Handyman's Haven. Let's hope I can bring you something a little cheerier next time. But I did save us probably $300 or $400 today. And it took me all of 10 minutes. It took me longer to set up the camera than it did to do the repair. Okay, thanks a lot. See you next time. Subscribe. You know the process. I need the money. Bye for now. Well, it's been a couple of days since I fixed the furnace, and that guy's had a chance to cool off. Anyway, this is our little sensor that we took out. It was all carboned up, and I just took a scuffy pad from the kitchen and put it down on top of a piece of paper on my scratch pad here, and just scuffed away till it's nice and clean. So that's a brand new part, and I'll just set that on the furnace so next year when it goes out again in February, April, March, whenever we have a real good cold spell, they seem to go because furnace is working overly hard and carbons us up pretty good. So we're good again. Saved ourselves $300-400 there, so can't make better money than that for 2 minutes work. Alright, until next time, this is Ray. You know what to do. Subscribe, like, whatever you have to. Alright, I'll see you next time with the next video. Bye-bye for now.